This is probably going to be the messiest setup you've ever seen, but that's okay. Hello everyone, it's your boy Derek or Matthew or whatever else you want to call me. And I know I made an Oscars video last week that lasted way too long, but I'm back at it again with some more Oscars content. Today we're going to be recreating some posters of this year's Oscar nominees, even though most of you don't know them. And by we, I mean me and my friend Athena, who I'm pretty sure I've mentioned on this channel before. Speaking of Athena, there is a part 1 of this video on her channel where we recreate some posters like The Father, Love and Monsters, Promising Young Woman, or Borat Subsequent MovieFilm, Delivery a Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. You all know how much I loved saying that title. But yeah, please go check out part 1 to see some more of me, and I guess her too. Anyway, in this video, I will be going over 6 different Oscar nominees over a wide variety of categories, I think. But don't worry, you haven't watched any of them anyway. So let's get into it! Also, I wanted to quickly mention Borat Subsequent MovieFilm, Delivery a Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, because that was also supposed to be a segment in this video, but I cut it out just because I wanted to. But there's some footage of me wrapping Athena in wrapping paper, so here is that footage.
Oh, I'm getting stuck!
See? No, wait! No moving allowed. Oh, you're moving.
Making sure my hair doesn't get hurt.
I'm like, you know, a fashion designer and everything.
Honestly, that's what I felt like.
I know, but I'm way better at it than you are. You're seeing a genius at work, mates. No, not me. Not me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're being bad. You're taking some of this wrapping paper, okay?
Okay.
Put it all away.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Can you breathe?
Yeah. I actually have a lot of space. Strangely.
You okay?
Yeah, I can breathe.
Is this still recording? That's all that matters. Where's my rubber band? Where'd it go? Where's my head?
Even I knew that. I can't even see it.
You look so much better than you normally do. It's insane.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right there.
Okay. This is my audition for Borat 3.
One right there. One more.
Right there. Thank you for being gentle.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, I was just doing something for the camera.
Okay. Can I go?
Go where?
Can I?
Oh, you need your husband's double.
That's good. Can I roll down now? Can I do
I
it?
guess. Oh my god! You look so sad. Okay, first up we have Tenet, the Christopher Nolan film that nobody would risk their lives to go to the movie theater to watch. But you all heard about it, I'm pretty sure. So, Tenet tells the story of a CIA agent fighting for the survival of the entire universe through a twilight world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. Thank you IMDb for that really simple plot description, because I cannot tell you a single thing about this movie. Why do I look like? I look like a box. Like this, there's no waist to this. There's no waist. I'm just one giant square. But I got a square who got moves. I watched all 2.5 hours of it, but it was all just scene after scene of I don't know what's going on, nor can I actually hear what's actually happening. I don't understand the fan base for this movie, but you all do you, I guess. Tenet pissed me off, but the reason I'm recreating this poster is because it looked cool. Tenet has been nominated for Best Visual Effects and Best Production Design. It was pretty good with its visual effects and fight choreography though, so I'll give it that. Just like most of you probably, I was also surprised to hear that this movie exists because I had never heard of it before. Well, I've heard of Pinocchio before, of course. I grew up watching that movie, but I did not know that there was a new version. Based on the Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi, and similar to the Disney version, this modern retelling of Pinocchio begins with this woodcarver Geppetto wishing for a son he could call his own. After receiving a magical piece of wood, which he carves out a boy into, the wood comes to life and he is named Pinocchio. We then follow Pinocchio through his journey of becoming a real boy, where he encounters many threats and dangers. Anyway, this movie is stylistically a weird choice to be made, but I enjoyed it for the most part. Once you get past the grim plot lines and disturbing makeup on some of the creatures, it's a pretty solid movie. The movie comes from Italy, so almost all of the dialogue is in Italian, so I had to watch it with subtitles. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. The Oscars have nominated this film for Best Makeup and Hairstyling and Best Costume Design, which is totally deserved in my opinion. The poster will feature Athena as Geppetto reading a book to me as little wooden Pinocchio. Fun fact about the Pinocchio poster, Athena has to hold a book, and so I gave her the choice of either using the Hamilton book or the I-Justine book. She made the wrong decision and chose Hamilton. But don't worry, my I-Justine fans, I will be reading some excerpts from her book to ease your pain. I-Justine, I hope you don't sue me for reading parts of your book. I've never read it, but I can't read, so please read it to me one day. Thank you. But thanks to sites like YouTube, that teenagers are more connected than ever. For the first time in history, it's possible for teens to influence each other on a global scale. Don't give in to peer pressure, kids. So I realized that I don't have the red, all red pieces that the little boy in Pinocchio is wearing, the 2019 version. So I decided to go with an alternate, and you might be thinking, oh, then just wear what Pinocchio wears from the Disney movie. And totally, I would, but I don't have that either. So I'm just going to be dressing up as Pinocchio from Shrek, and hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I don't think it will be. Like every other 80s kid in America, I've loved Legos since childhood. I loved them so much, however, that after seeing the movie, I went to eBay and started purchasing every character. Even the characters that only had 1 or 2 second cameos. I wanted. My Octopus Teacher is a Netflix documentary about a guy who follows an octopus around the ocean for a while. That's seriously it. I know that he doesn't have a shirt on in the poster, but this is a family-friendly channel. And so I'm just not gonna do that. Yeah, and I think I'm all ready, except this mask is a child size and I've got a big head. It was an alright film, but it doesn't help that I have a massive fear of animals, especially the creepy crawly ones in the water. But honestly, I started crying by the end of the documentary, but don't worry, no spoilers here. I asked Athena to participate in this poster with me, with her being the octopus of course, but she declined, so I'll respect that. The poster for My Octopus Teacher has the main guy in kinda scuba gear in the water, and he's just vibing with the fishies. And My Octopus Teacher was nominated for Best Documentary Feature. Hey guys, what's up? If you didn't know already, we're spies.
Spies.
Now available to stream on Hulu, the mole agent follows a mole hired by a private investigator tasked with infiltrating a retirement home to document the treatment of the patients and ease any suspicion of elder abuse. The subject matter may sound a little serious, but I can tell you that this documentary is heavily comedically stylistic and brilliant with its storytelling. I especially love seeing people who know nothing about technology try to use it because it was super funny. Have you watched The Courier?
No.
Anyways,
I love that font. Especially the new one.
This was a mistake. The Mole Agent is nominated for Best Documentary Feature, but am I wrong for thinking that this poster reminds me of Mr. Bean? A Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon resurrects the beloved Aardman franchise from our childhoods in an inventive new way. Follow Shaun the Sheep and his explosive hijinks as he encounters out-of-this-world creatures, aliens. You can check out this movie right now on Netflix if you are interested. A Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, is nominated for Best Animated Feature. Okay, so this one is not going to be like the others. We're not really taking pictures for this one, and we're not going to be replacing any of the characters on the poster either because they're animated and that would look weird. So, what I'm going to do is just edit both of us into the background and hopefully it looks seamless, but my Photoshop skills aren't great, so you're just going to randomly see us in the background and I better not hear any complaints. Thank you. An Amazon Prime original film, Sound of Metal, centers around Ruben, a drummer a part of a rock-heavy metal band who suddenly starts to lose his hearing. As you could figure out, it's hard to be a rocker when you are unable to hear, so he searches for answers for his hearing loss, and along the way, he finds community. We don't have any drumsticks, so I have skewers. Sound of Metal has been nominated for Best Sound, Best Film Editing, Best Original Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor for Paul Raci, Best Lead Actor for Riz Ahmed, and Best Picture. Well, if you watched my video from last week about my Oscar nominations, you would also know that Sound of Metal is my winner for Best Picture, so clearly I love this movie. Riz Ahmed does a fantastic performance in the film, and I highly recommend everyone go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I worked very hard on it, and so I'd really appreciate if you commented down below which is your favorite poster recreation from this video, but I can't force you to do that. The Oscars are this Sunday, April 25th, so tune in if you're interested, and please again check out Athena's channel for the rest of the posters we recreated, and I'll see you all next time, whenever next time is. Wait, one more. If you guys didn't know, Athena and I did videos just like this before, except we did it for the Golden Globe nominees from this year. Hopefully you could check those videos out on her channel, and we recreated some nominees like The Mandalorian, Schitt's Creek, Ted Lasso, Palm Springs, Queen's Gambit, oh, and Promising Young Woman again. So yeah, travel on over to her channel to watch shows if you'd like, but now I'm going to include some discarded footage from that shoot that wasn't included in the final edit, so please enjoy. Oh, it's me, the Mandalorian, because that's how the Mandalorian sounds.
Do you have any seasoning?
I'm a little bit la 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 la, a little bit Alexis. Oh my God, Meryl Streep!
Oh my God, Meryl Streep! Oh
Then it becomes her.
Walk and be like, oh my God, Meryl Streep!
I'm trying to process Meryl Streep here. I can't. This is so much. It's happening at the same time.
She's not here! Videos, you would understand that I forgot to turn the microphone on. So
I really look like a youth pastor. Honestly. They call me Youth Pastor Matt. As you can see, there's Mike. Hello, and welcome to my youth ministry. I would love to talk to you guys all about the power of God and the Lord Almighty. No. Can you even hear me? This is loud enough, I can just hear it echoing in my head. I can't see anything. Hello everybody, welcome to Jesus Camp! And here at Jesus Camp, we like to get down and we like to boogie, if you know what I mean. So, oh shoot, it flipped over. Stop. Chill. Ow. I'm so tall. Look at me, I'm tall. They call me tall girl, cause you know, I
are tall.
No, they call me tall girl because I wear size 13 sneakers. Men's size 13 sneakers. Oh, there's leaves on it now. Oh God, I'm getting my fingerprints all over it.
Is
There's a pocket. Inside the pocket is nothing.
Don't look at this.
Now that the devil is gone, we can finally get back into our spiritual workouts. You know what I mean? You guys ready? I'm Matthew Flores, and this is my audition for the Schitt's Creek reboot. I know the show just ended, but Dan Levy, if you need someone to take over for the reboot that's happening, obviously. Hit or miss? I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Why? You folded it. You fold in the cheese. You fold in the cheese then. Oh my god, it's him. Oh, he fell. You fold in the cheese then. You kick the sins away. Punch out, not the Lord. Punch down. Punch out the devil. Stay down there. I don't want you. Kevin Feige, if you're watching, this is also my audition for Hulkling for the She-Hulk show, so we could reuse these clips. I forgot we had the film. Like literally. Octopus. It's sleeping. Was I supposed to shake it first? Microwave. Want to hear a secret?